What's up, guys? Coverage Genius here, and today is Monday, August 3rd, 2020. We're going to kickstart the week off with Monday, kind of like Monday Kickstart. I think that's what I'm going to call it for every Monday. If you guys have any better ideas, feel free to comment below. But we're going to just going to talk a little bit about what's going on Monday. So had a great morning call with my team. More or less, it's not really my team. It's more of my accountability partners that are in close to where I am. We meet once a week on Mondays, Monday mornings, just to kind of have a good kickstart to the week, going over any issues that we faced last week and kind of reviewing our goals to see if we met them last week and setting goals for the week to come. So that was a great call. It actually went beyond our scheduled time of 1 hour. It was about an hour and 15 minutes, but we covered a lot of great things there, so that was really fantastic. A great way to start off the week. Um, but yeah, it's been kind of busy this morning, but I just wanted to create a quick video because I want to get into the habit of creating these videos. They're not going to always be like this, but I thought, hey, this would be a great time to just shoot something off the webcam, off my computer as well as my cell phone, just kind of to experiment with the camera angles. But throughout the days of the week, I will be each day will have a sort of like topic in mind, a particular focus. Some Mondays will be kind of like kickstart the week. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays will be different scenarios. So hopefully, as I go through this process, I will be able to define them better so that they will be clear for you. But better to start something than just to keep on planning it out. That's something that I read in a book, and there will be one day a week where I'll go over books that I'm reading, books that I recommend for people who are in the industry of sales, for people who are trying to create networks and relationships with people in their own prospective industries. But I just wanted to create a short video this week. Right now, um, what we're the topic that I wanted to kind of really talk about today is what happens in the case when there is a moratorium, right? Moratorium meaning there is a sort of like a blockage where we can't write insurance, we can't quote or issue policies. And a lot of insurance companies will actually put in place moratoriums when a big event is about to occur. Right now, this week, we're facing a hurricane slash tropical storm called Isaiah. I believe I'm saying that correctly, but it's coming up the eastern seaboard. Right now, it looks like it's off the coast of Florida, kind of about to enter into the Carolinas. And what happens is when insurance companies foresee a catastrophic event or a possible catastrophic event that's coming, within a day or two, usually 24 to 48 hours, the insurance companies will place in effect a moratorium, which means that we as insurance brokers or agents cannot quote nor issue business. And I wanted to just talk about a little bit about the effects that presents to us as people who are trying to write business, as well as to our clients who may be affected by this. So let me just go into a little brief explanation about what's going on, and then I'll share a little example for you, and then I'll end the video. Um, so really, how do you know that there's a moratorium in place? Well, typically the insurance companies will send out emails, some sort of communication to the agents or brokers saying, look, there is a red flag here, a moratorium is in place. You cannot write or quote business. That's basically it. We're notified by the carriers, and therefore, upon that notification, we're basically put on alert. We can't do anything. Our hands are tied, and basically the clients we have to relay this information to the clients, and we can't get them insurance. Um, so that's basically what it is. And with regards to just like what's going on right now, I have a client who I'm trying to desperately close um, to get insurance for because they are scheduled to have a closing this Wednesday in 2 days. But unfortunately, we have this hurricane coming up the seaboard, and the insurance companies have placed a moratorium. So what do we do? Really, we can't really do anything. My hands are tied, right? So I relayed this information to the client who I'm trying to actually create as a referral partner for me because um, they are an LO, a mortgage person who writes, who does mortgages for a bank. So like I'm trying to really get their business. I need to get this done for them, but unfortunately, I'm in the position where I can't write anything, and I had to relay that information to them, and they weren't really happy because basically they're saying, "Well, what happens to my closing?" And unfortunately, we either have to keep our fingers crossed so that the moratorium only lasts for a short while and the insurance companies take that off, or we have to delay the closing. And that's really out of my control. And she didn't sound too happy about it. Um, that was my feeling. But, what am I supposed to do? So this brings me into the discussion of let's not wait to the last minute to get insurance, right? Especially if there's a closing that's coming up fairly soon, right? Or if we have a date in place. Look, we want to get insurance in place as soon as possible so we don't come into scenarios like this where we're really like, oh my God, what's going to happen with the closing, right? So it's best to be prepared. It's best to have a plan in place to get um, these policies, so whether it's a home, whether it's flood insurance, whatever it is, in place before this type of scenario happens. And especially right now, we are in hurricane season, so this is probably going to happen fairly often or more often than not. That's basically, what a moratorium is, and just give you little tips. Let's talk a little bit more about, let's say, if a hurricane or some sort of tropical storm is approaching our area, what are some precautions we can take in order to avoid possible damage to our homes, right? Due to due to the storm. And I'm just going to go through a little bit of a list and an explanation, and bear with me. I do have my notes on a side screen here, so I may be referring to them. But here are some steps that you can take in order to minimize damage. All right. Number one, if you have a lot of trees around your house, it may be wise to kind of trim those branches or trim those trees, right? Because wind, very strong, especially hurricane winds that can go up to 60, 70 plus miles per hour, they're going to damage trees. So any type of tree limbs that are kind of close to your home, the recommendation is to cut them off. All right, so that's the first one. Number two, secure any furnitures outside or anything that is outside that is can be moved, right? Strong winds can move outside patio furniture, potted plants, these type of things. So either secure them by, attaching them to something, or probably better yet, place them in a shed or place them in your garage so that they're not in the elements. Okay, let's go to number three. Install some type of storm shutters or install some type of plywood over windows, right? You see this a lot in the news when storms are approaching, let's say Florida, or the Carolinas. A lot of people who have homes or businesses by the shore, what do we see them doing? We see them boarding up their windows. Why? Because windows aren't really strong, right? With a strong wind gust were to blow against them, or were to blow, pick up an object and blow it against the window, it may break the window and damage not only the window, but other things inside the building or the home. So a precautionary step, a wise step may be to board up your windows. Clean out any type of gutters, right? You may have some debris in the gutters, some leaves, some branches that may be blocking the water from going down the gutters and down, away from your house. So, um, if you are able to, being safe, of course. Um, if you're not stable enough to go up on a ladder to do this yourself, it may be wise to find someone or a reputable company that can actually go up and help you clean these gutters so that when the downpours come from the hurricanes and the storm, water will not stay in these gutters and get trapped, but be able to flow from your roof, from your house and down away from your house. And the last pointer is to look around your house to see if there are any openings, right? Openings that could allow the outside rain, wet rain elements to come in. We want to make sure that these openings are closed, either closed or sealed. You may want to look along the edges of your windows, the windowsills, to make sure maybe some caulking, recaulking, or maybe some closing some vents or whatever it may be. Make sure that these openings are closed or sealed. Now, let's say we're after the hurricane, and hopefully you did not experience any damage, but there's a possibility that you could experience some damage. What do we do then? The first thing that I would recommend is just to document any of the damage, right? Take any photos, videos of the damage that occurred to your house or your property before you actually clean it up. The second thing next is you would probably want to file a claim, because if it's something that is major damage, you want to make sure that you can go ahead and repair the damage, right? So, you may want to file a claim, or you may want to call out somebody who can actually repair the damages and quickly, right? We don't want to have a gaping hole in our roof open for an extended period of time. So it's either one, if you know the first thing is probably to see if you can actually get the repairs done yourself. You may have a big deductible. There are a lot of factors that come into play, but maybe let's say, for example, you have a larger deductible, and therefore it makes sense to just make the repairs on your own without going through filing a claim with insurance. That might be an option for you, might be the better option. I don't know. But let's say you have a lower deductible and you want to file a claim with your insurance company. Well, then you'd probably want to get in touch with your agent or with the insurance company to file a claim. Keep in mind that once you file a claim, it becomes a record on your claims history, which can have an effect on your insurance premiums. Well, yeah, definitely will have an effect on your insurance premiums upon renewal. So you want to be wary of that, right? We don't want to always file claims because, yeah, if we file a claim, the insurance companies will repair and will pay out for the claim, but you will eventually have to recoup that expense later on while you are, upon renewal or upon switching to another company. So I'm going to keep this video short. I just probably spit out a bunch of information. Maybe it made sense to you, maybe it didn't. If you have some questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them as quickly as possible. But this is my first video with regards to Kickstarting Mondays, and just something I wanted to talk to you about today. Obviously, as I progress with these videos, my skills will get better, my technology and what I use will get better. So please bear with me, but I think this is a great start. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please like the video, please subscribe to my channel, and also give me some feedback. If you have questions about this video or even other questions about other types of things, about insurance, about finances, about real estate, these are all topics that I'm very interested in, and I'm going to create videos in the future to talk about. So I appreciate the time. I appreciate any feedback that you may have, and I look forward to connecting with you through YouTube, and I look forward to seeing you real soon, tomorrow with another video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys. Peace.